All right, guys, we are back. Drew want to know this week's episode. We talk about Harry Potter. We talk about cars. We talk about BLT sandwiches, people at concerts that can go. You can light on fire. It's a whole thing. All that and more on this week's episode of
Drew, wanna know.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This week, I got a car. I'm very excited about it. Been driving places, hopefully to go on tour and things like that. And let me tell you, you're buying a car, do not give your number to car dealerships. They will call you an unbelievable amount. Just 5, 6 times a day. Hey, you looking for a Honda CR-V? You looking for a Honda CR-V? You looking for a Honda CR-V? It's like, I'm not thinking about it right now. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm just not thinking about it right now. Please leave me alone. It's the pressure, and they will get you. And I love that cars, they almost all sell them on one specific feature. The big one now is the power rear tailgate. And it is a lot. They will not shut up about that. It was all the time. That's all they talked about. It's like, hey, you got a lot of groceries. You can put your foot underneath the tailgate. It opens up. It's like, that is not a sellable, like, it's like not the end all be all feature of this whole thing, right? It can't be. I feel like this happens all the time though. It's like they did it with like power windows. Like that made a big deal because that was like you'd have to wind everything up, and that was awesome. But like now the features are getting crazy. Like the power tailgate, and you're like, is that something? Is it? Oh yeah, I have a couple groceries to get in. It's nice. Is it the thing I'm buying a car for? No. That they acted like that it was. That's what it was. Because like vans are totally different now. Every van you get now has the automatic door that it's the slowest thing possible. Just like it's like I don't know if you've taken like a taxi recently, but and it was a van. They open up the door, the sliding door, and it's just it takes forever, and you're sitting there like waiting like an idiot, and you've already pulled the handle once because you're used to the pull handle, and you almost break their handle if they yell at you. There's no real indication. Some of them have the little sign on there, but it's a lot. Something to get used to. It's ruined bank heists for sure. Like now, like the van was the go-to. Now you're just running out there and like you run the van. You just get up there. You're like, open the van, open the van, open the van, and then it's just like, and you're just like, cops are coming. By the time that door opens, you're already in jail. They're already sentenced for you. It's crazy. It's interesting what the new features are. I feel like they're just running out of stuff, so they just do things that don't necessarily need to be features. Like they have detect rain for your windshield wipers. Oh, good thing that's out there. You know, I've been too busy using my eyes for that. You know, it's been distracting. I never knew what to do when the windshield got all wet, full of rain. You know, I haven't been just using my eyes and doing a little flick with my hands. The problem with it is that it's like it goes all the time, even if there's like light rain. So it's like sometimes it's too much. I don't know how to fix it. There's probably a way to fix it. I don't know yet, but it is a constant thing that is coming up. But I guess we'll come up soon. You know, it's just like they're just gonna set all the. I don't even know what they're doing next. It's crazy, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with cars in the future. What we won't have to do. I feel like I was on cruise control and this adaptive cruise control, and I'm like sitting there. I'm like, I don't even have to put my foot on this gas pedal or the brake anymore. It's doing it for me. It's crazy. But like I said, self-driving cars, AI, here we come. It's nice, I guess, but it is weird. You know, it is weird that they're just taking away all the little things that we have to do. Which I guess is what technology is whatever. But so it is what it is. But got a car, so excited. Been driving. I'll tell you this: parking in New York not as hard as I thought it was going to be. It is. you just get on the cycle, you get going. 0 tickets so far, 1 week. So, I'm doing pretty good. We'll see if that continues, if anything happens. But I don't know. I was just in the South. I just did a thing in North Carolina, and let me tell you some characters down there. Some fun characters. Went to McDonald's. My order was 666. A lady in line decided that she needed to point it out to me. She's like, "Oh, 666," and I said, "Well, you get labeled once as a bad kid, and it's on your permanent record forever." And I get it. It's funny. 666, the devil. But I think I'm already doing pretty bad if it's already I'm at McDonald's already. I think it's fine. I think we all knew we're sinners if we're there. I went to get Dunkin Donuts. I went to get a donut. I only got one, and the lady behind the thing goes, "Oh, you want a diet?" And she's like, "I'm joking," and walked away. I'm like, "I don't know if it's a joke. It's just like portion control, I guess." But I don't know. It was just so much fun. I got a lot of sweeties, little honeys. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Southern hospitality was pretty fun. But driving down there, I was listening to Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone audiobook because, I go hardcore on my road trips. And it was cool. I decided there's a couple things that I really liked about the books that I hope they incorporate in new books in the new series that's coming out. One, because there's big things we didn't have, like Peeves and all that kind of stuff. Everyone talks about that. I hope that they have the Lee Jordan and Professor McGonagall during Quidditch back and forths. They were delightful. They're fun. They're just. It's a fun little banter, and I hope we get something like that at some point because I think there's a nice little subtlety they could put in there. That'd be really fun, and I really hope that is the thing that they put in there because I just like the little funness of Harry Potter. That's why I also hope for Dumbledore, we have, I forget the guy's name. It was like the guy from Third Rock from the Sun, right? I hope he plays it like the first Dumbledore in the movies. This kind of wise, kind of fun little guy. Because in the books he comes off as kind of jovial, but wise. And serious when he needs to be, but mostly joking, mostly lighthearted, which I like. And I think we should get back to that for sure. Because that, I feel like, is what that character is, and I really like that. So I hope that is the thing. But also, I hope we also incorporate Ron's owl that he gets later in the series. It's a little one, or I think was it a shared one between it, or was it Ron's? Because it becomes a prefect, he gets I think he gets an owl for that. And it's this little bird, and I remember the book series. He's just this little bird that's just buzzing around, proud of himself. And I would love that character in there. I would love a little bird, a little owl that's super proud of himself, just buzzing around, bzz, 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 bzz. It's he's always just look at what I did, kind of thing. I feel like they did that They did that a little bit with Hedwig in the book series, where they're she was look how proud I am, and all that kind of stuff. But I hope they incorporate that. I just hope they have some of the fun nuances, keep all the emotion and things like that they had in the books. In the movies as they went forward. Obviously, they got darker and darker, but there was still some sort of lightheartedness between stuff, even when it got kind of serious. And I hope they keep that more and more. I hope that's a focus of the series, but we'll see. You never know what's going to happen, but I can tell you one thing I need to talk about. It is that the BLT, bacon lettuce tomato sandwich. I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I think it's the greatest sandwich that's ever been created. I think that's probably out there. It's in every diner, so it has to be somewhat recognized. I love that sandwich. I remember the first one I got. The first one I got was in a Kmart. They have food court in a Kmart. I remember asking my mom, "Oh, what's that?" And she would add BLT, and she's like, "Oh, what's that?" And she was like, "It's a BLT, son." And I was like, "Oh, what did I try it?" Changed forever. It's my sandwich. I go into places. If they have BLT, I will order that. If they get that wrong, then it's not worth it having anything else. So BLT, breakfast, lunch, and dinner sandwich. Love that. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It should be around for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You should offer it breakfast, lunch, and dinner all the time. I believe this full heartedly. I went to a diner in Harrisburg, PA, and I asked for a BLT. They said, "Oh, we're only serving breakfast," and I was like, "It's a breakfast sandwich, so what's the deal?" And they was like, "We just don't order it, so I can't order it." But they had this thing on the menu called like run it like put it through the garden or something like that, and it was like a couple extra dollars of just lettuce and tomato. So I asked the waitress if I could get a side of toast, a side of bacon, and run it through the garden. And she's like, "Yeah." And didn't realize that I was just asking for a BLT. Came back, put it together. All the components separately were less than the BLT that was on the menu. I think at that point we should just have charged me for a BLT. It's the best sandwich. It's put together perfectly, salty, good. It's like, and I think this comes from the Harry Potter book series I was rereading. It's that they constantly talk about bacon sandwiches there, and I just got so hungry the whole time that I was there. I was like, "Oh, this is so good." But anyway, um, but also that Kmart thing. Okay, this reminds me. Did anyone realize that Voldemort, his whole trajectory through the book is exactly the same as the Little Caesars business model? I've been noticing this, and I think they're oddly similar. Like, Little Caesars used to be around all the place in the 80s. It used to be around all the time. Huge when they first came out, whatever. And then all of a sudden, in the later 90s, 2000s, they all kind of disappeared. And no one knew where they went. They all in my neighborhood, they all lit on fire for some reason. I don't know why, but they came back, and now they're back. But where they were is that they were actually living out of Kmart. So if you went to Kmart and went to the food court in the Kmart, which is already a problem, but if you get pizza there, it was Little Caesars Pizza. So they were living out of another, like him and Coral, and then they slowly regained power to get their own stores, and now they're everywhere. So they're back. I think it's arguable. It's the exact same business model as Lord Voldemort, Little Caesars, and what's darker magic than than delicious pizza. But yeah, yeah. But another serious thing we got to talk about is concerts. Okay, I went to a concert, and I don't know if this is just me getting older, but everything's pushing shove, which is fine. That's not the fine part I have. I think the rule should be that if you have a party of like 6, 7, 5, something like that, and you are not in your place when the concert starts, you're where you are. You're stuck where you are. You don't move. I've been at so many concerts where groups of like 6 to 9 are like trying to plow their way through midway through a concert to get to the front. No. You get here early if you're that many people, and I will accept that people walk in and out to go to the bathroom. That's it, and get drinks. Totally makes sense. But I think you should be with single people, not lines of people. I think maximum 4. I also can say this with full truth, is that if you are going through a crowd and you're kind of moving through the crowd and you move past me and I move to get out of your way to let you through, that is not me giving up my spot for you. The people who walk and then stop in front of you because you let them through and now you're kind of diagonally in a weird spot, those people you should be able to light on fire. Straight on fire. Just straight fire, right away fire. Because that is so rude and ridiculous. Who do you think you are? Like, I've been sitting here for an hour and a half, and I let you through because I am a kind person, and it makes sense that we're trying to share a space, but, like, what up? Like, that's not okay. You find a spot that looks like it's not in anyone's way, and they're there, and You just don't you don't let someone else be uncomfortable because you decided that that's where you wanted to be. I just think it's crazy and absurd, and we just need to fix that whole situation because that is something that should not be allowed. There should be like like ICE should stop all the immigration stuff because that's ridiculous in general. They should just focus on these people that just ruin concerts. That's what should happen. That's what ICE should be for, is those people specifically. Because literally, fire is what should happen. But yeah, it's just I think it's just we're in a shared space, right? Obviously, shared space. It's okay. We're all in a shared space, and it's fine. But I would also like to know. I would just like everyone else to be like, hey, we can live in a space together, and not worry about it, and be okay, and be cool. So, anyway, that has been this week's episode of Drew Want to Know. And it's been awesome. I've been happy you guys came by. I'm touring more now, so I will still be running my show in the East Village. I'm very excited about that. And that will be that's every Tuesday, 10 Degrees Bar, Big Wave Comedy. Make sure you stop by. Tickets are online all the time. And keep an eye out on my website and follow and like and subscribe here to see more. And we'll see you guys all next week on
Drew, wanna know.